What is up, all my leeches out there? Welcome to another relaxing chat with my guest.
Dazerin, hello.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? You've been gone for a while.
Yeah, I had to take some time away from YouTube. Well, my videos didn't stop. I just took some time away from recording because had a situation, family member died, so I had to take some time away. But it was a much needed kind of break, so I could kind of rejuvenate myself and get myself over that stuff. But I'm back, full force.
And we're happy to see you back, buddy.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And of course, there'll be a link in the description to his channel. And he just posted a video on part of the live stream that me and him did together.
The best video of all time, of course.
Yeah. That is good. I watched it a little bit of myself. I love the graphics. Like you said, it's at the very beginning, it's perfect.
Best graphics ever. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it was a game called Star Trek Grand Theft Enterprise.
Yes.
And basically, you steal the USS Enterprise, and it's just a really weird, funky game. So, highly recommend people go check out either the game or the video. Either one works.
Yeah. And now on to the subject of YouTube Red.
Oh boy. So YouTube Red has been recently announced, and I think it's a polarizing thing. I think because some people are seeing it as kind of a way that YouTube's going to try and milk people for more money. Other people see it as it could be helpful to some of the smaller YouTubers that don't get paid a lot, which I mean would include me. But yeah, so it's basically a subscription service, $9.99 a month, and you'll get access to no ads during videos, and you'll get access to special content that is just for YouTube Red users.
Yeah, which is pretty much like you said, Netflix YouTube.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty much it's just premium.
So
YouTube.
it's one of those parts where if you want to see some videos that a YouTuber posted, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of... It's interesting the way that they planned it. I mean, it's sort of like YouTube's always been a free thing. You watch an ad and then you get to watch the video. It's like they get paid and we just have to watch like a minute or a couple second ad. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. And pretty much it's different now. Now knowing that you actually have to pay for something that was once free is sort of different. It's not something that people are going to get used to so easily, if ever.
Right. Yeah, there are definitely some serious cons to it, being obviously one, what you just mentioned, that what was once free content that you would have seen no matter what is now going to be behind a paywall, which I am not a big fan of.
Yes.
And as even though this would be something that would probably help out smaller YouTubers like myself, I've never been a fan of things like this, or like Patreon or anything like that.
Patreon is like it's an option thing. It doesn't force a person, but this is directly a YouTuber makes the choice to make their subscribers pay for their content. They pretty much are saying, my content is worthy enough to where they want you to pay to watch them doing what we're doing right now, pretty much.
Right, yeah, which, in my opinion, that's not worth having to pay for.
Yeah, because that's what they're pretty much saying. Hey, I may be a big YouTuber, but I'd say I'm big enough to where you're not worthy enough to watch it without paying a little bit extra. I mean...
Yeah, let's just boost the ego even more.
Yeah, because a lot of the big YouTubers out there, which I have no clue exactly who's doing this. I have no idea, but those people that do that, like I said, they are, when you access that, they're saying, okay, my content is good enough to where we're gonna make you pay extra for it. That's how good their content they feel is. So that's sort of odd. Before people are just doing it for fun, and now literally it's being done even more for money with this new add-on to it.
Right.
What was once something fun that started in 2005 is now you gotta
Becoming
pay to
more
do
of
it.
a-
It's no
yeah,
longer becoming a funny hobby anymore that you just happen to get paid for if
Right.
you're big
I
enough.
mean,
But
it's there, and it's a little. I'm still confused, and like people can correct me if I'm wrong about some of this stuff because I'm still not completely versed on it. But from what I understand, how the system works is that you'll pay the 9.99 every month, and basically that 9.99 will get split among the creators that you most prolifically watch. So if you're watching, let's say, Jacksepticeye, for example,
yeah,
and you watch his videos every day more than anybody else, the majority of your 9.99 is going to go to him.
yeah,
So it favors, the people that you're watching more. And I guess it's based on playtime, so how much time you're watching the videos. So as far as I know, that's how it works. How much you're watching of a YouTuber will determine how much of your subscription fee they get paid. And
Yeah,
obviously they're... Oh, go ahead.
it's sort of yeah, it's odd. It's nice to support someone like you're saying before, like Patreon. You have the option to,
Right.
but now it's like okay, I don't have. Now it's a big difference between an option and choosing to view their content. That means some content that they're going to be posting, you don't get the option to anymore. It's either you get it, or you don't get to watch exactly everything that they post anymore.
Right.
So-
Yeah, and I mean, it's why for me like Patreon even has not been something I've been a big fan of. I've always told people if you like want to donate to what I do and my channel, there is the donation button just on the channel itself. You can do that out of the kindness of your heart, but I'm not gonna like tell you, hey, if you do, you're gonna get these extra videos. I feel like it's just
Yeah.
for me it's I don't know, it's not a fair practice to me, but that's just a personal opinion. I know a lot of YouTubers do it, and I have no disrespect for them for doing it. If they can handle that extra load of like putting out extra videos or doing extra things for it, more power to them. But for me, I've always felt like it's kind of, I don't want to say selling out, but it makes me feel like I'm putting money first.
Yeah, because it's nice for people that get that actually paid to support them, but once you bring in, hey, you want to see something? Pay up.
Right.
It's sort of like it's no longer supporting them as it is them like kind of forcing you to do something or else you don't get this. It's sort of like, hey, you want to watch several movies like on Netflix? Well, pay up when you can easily go somewhere else that either might be cheaper or perhaps legally free and watch the same exact movie.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to decide whether or not it's a good thing or not. For one, it's showing a different side of the YouTuber, knowing that they specifically want the money because it's pretty much they're doing that because they're going to be getting that extra money. It may be a job, but you're already getting ad revenue. You may already have a ton of subscribers, and you get per view. It's now having that extra bit is like, okay, you specifically are looking for that money now. It wasn't once a fun hobby as it is a easy money pretty much if enough people like you.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, people can always, vote with their wallets. If you don't want to do the program, then you don't need to. It's just going to be that you're going to miss out on some content. But as far as I know, people that I've been following, people that I'm a big fan of on YouTube have talked about this at least, have basically said, I'm not going to be using this platform to really do much of anything. You'll still get all the videos you usually would.
Yeah.
So for the most part, it seems like most YouTubers are not using it in a evil ways. But but more as just kind of a, I'll just do this as kind of a thing that if people want to support me. And I think that's kind of the way that it should, I think that was
Yeah,
the original intent.
It's nice for people to donate, but once it gets as far as it's a necessity if you want to see something.
Right.
It's like pushing the brim. It's different than donate. Donating is
Right.
you're being nice about it. Hey, you're my favorite content. I want to see you keep doing what you're doing. You get
Yeah.
better equipment so that way you can continue bringing us what we love to see. And
Right.
this time it's like, okay, for us to see that kind of stuff, you're making us pay what we love to see now.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, once what was for the public is now pretty much VIP. The people out there that are paying that extra money are the top people that are gonna be there now, because more than likely that's who they're gonna be praising the most for the pure fact that they're offering up more than people that don't pay.
Right.
And
No.
just for everyone to know, we recently just started a subject. Like, we immediately were talking about this like 2 minutes before the video started. So for what I knew was from an email I got, and a lot of stuff I'm learning from him. So this isn't really something I've been thinking about. So
Right.
it was just, it's off the fly, just off the blue.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of off the cuff,
Yeah.
first thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be something that could turn out to be a really good thing for content creators, and it may end up being good in the long run. But the way I see it right now, it just seems like it's an unnecessary add-on and nothing more.
Yeah, but at least, like I said before, you'll be able to see another side to the specific YouTubers that do that, because didn't you say PewDiePie was going to be doing that?
Well, I know PewDiePie's new series is via YouTube Red. I would assume that means that something with his platform, obviously he will get paid for it in some way, but
Yeah.
I have no idea what the deal is on that.
Because just because we're talking about YouTube Red, I want to talk about like the major YouTubers, since it's sort of like leaking on to what he might be doing. He is the biggest YouTuber out there with subscribers. That's a fact. And the other thing is, if he is adding this to the channel or whatever's going on, I have no idea. My buddy here just doesn't know too much either, as far as I know. You hiding anything from us?
No, just
But-
making as much sense of it as I can myself.
Yeah, so someone who does that, and I'm not going to give an opinion about PewDiePie because I know there's a lot of people that will say, I love him, I hate him. I'm not going to give my
It's-
opinion about him just
it's a
for the
very
safety of my,
polarized- very
just for the
polarized
safety of the chat.
Right.
So what pretty much someone like that, or let's say that there's another big YouTuber out there. I don't know, like I said, exactly who will be. So I'm just making him as a, you know what I mean, just as a person as an example.
Yeah.
So someone that has a ton of subscribers, they're already getting paid for the advertisements, of course. And now, since if enough people like him, that whatever person it may be, it's sort of like, you're gonna have us pay extra. You're gonna like double, triple your money, but that's showing that you're specifically looking for the money.
Right.
You already have so many people that watch you, and they don't have to pay anything. And because when I hear some big YouTubers out there, which I do not know, well, sometimes have a ton of money just for advertisements alone. And now big YouTubers that have this money idea for the $9.99 a month, it's like they're be getting more money because a lot of people that like them are probably gonna pay. But that also means it's sort of like unfair for the rest that enjoy them. But it's, in my opinion, it's a little bit messed up because the people that support you, and now you're trying to make them support you a little bit more than they
Right.
so wanted to.
Right. Now, that being said, I just had kind of a thought about a good way that this actually could be used. Let's
Yeah.
say,
Could be a
For
ton
example,
of good
like-
ways.
Yeah, let's say for example, like PewDiePie did the water charity program, and he raised
A lot of people do.
$250,000 and then donated, I think, $250,000. So, you know, I could see someone using this platform in a way that it's not meant as money for them, but maybe whatever money's comes through via YouTube Red. Granted, the platform lets you specify what's YouTube Red and what's normal ad revenue.
Yeah, being more
Maybe
specific about it.
it would be maybe it would be a way that you could specifically say whatever comes from YouTube Red will go straight to donations of charity.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing if it's specifically paying the person for no apparent reason other than them deciding to, hey, I want you to pay me now, and this is how much you gotta pay for videos. If it's for donating to something important, then
Yeah.
okay, I'm on for it. Big YouTubers out there like, there's Smosh out there. They might do it. I got no clue.
Right.
But it may be good if it's for charity reasons, but specifically if it's for YouTube or the person themselves, it's sort of like pushing it because
Right.
you got a big amount of subscribers,
Right.
but you're, like I said, pushing it with the amount of money you get for something that anyone can do and pick up like, hey, I could literally stop this recording right now, put up a game of a person jumping up and down, and talk during the entire thing, and add a whole bunch of edited stuff in there that makes the video go crazy. Boom, that's exactly the same. There's, of course, the commentary is going to be different between people, but that's just an example of how simple anyone can do, and yet bigger people will get more from because more people like them, more people know of them, and more people enjoy them. So it's iffy with this new thing.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I definitely think that it's just gonna be a matter of how the platform is used. If it's used in good ways, then I'm not gonna have any beef with it. But it just really depends on the content user and the creator and how it's how it's divided, I guess.
Yeah, because a person from YouTube could specifically do this, and they get the money themselves, but then they give the money to a type of charity or to help someone else.
Right.
So, because
would
if it's specifically going for you, then you're kind of getting greedy, son, because there's only so much equipment out there that you're gonna be getting that will give for the amount of money that you'll be getting from the YouTube Red.
Right.
So, pretty much, if it's specifically for yourself, hey, you get the equipment you need for YouTube and such, upgraded equipment to make everything better. Well, if that, for those reasons, that's fine. But once you get the best equipment there is, then, and you still continue keeping the money, it's sort of like, okay, you got enough money for bills already from the regular advertisements.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have all this extra money that you could be used for helping someone or provide for someone. It's
just put it to good use, YouTubers. That's all I'm gonna say. Put it to good use, and I guess the definition of what is good use is different per person. But I think you guys get the general idea.
It's good to help yourself with some stuff, and it's good to help others. But if it's specifically, you were saying.
There's always a chance, you know, you always want to splurge a little bit on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Just as long as you remember that, you know, to help others too.
Yeah. Because if it's specifically for you and you're already getting a ton of money from wherever, then you're kind of getting greedy. Other than, like, I want to get a ginormous mansion. Or I want to be able to do this or that because I could get so much more with this.
Right.
But yeah,
with an evil laugh and everything, that's what they do. They get in their corner and they're like, I could do so much with this.
And to say no, this gameplay is live, and so what's happening right here, I got no idea what to do.
I can't even see it. I'm just playing Rocket League with a DeLorean.
It's stuck on a specific screen.
Nice. Did you see that Rocket League released the DeLorean as a new playable vehicle from Back to the Future?
Awesome, dude. That is very cool.
It is the coolest thing. So the other thing we want to talk about was Future Day. I loved Future Day. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
1 sec, everyone. We'll be right back. Okay.
Oh, okay. We'll be right back.
1 second. Let's see. Right now. And we're back, everyone, for another match. Sorry, had some technical difficulties. As you were saying, the Back to the Future Day.
Yes. So, man, I've been a huge Back to the Future fan for a long time. Actually, I think I even saw the second one in the theaters when I was a baby, but I don't remember it because I was like a year old.
I own all 3 movies. It's a good one. It's one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Yeah, it's my favorite science fiction series.
But the question is, do you know anything about Back to the Future 4?
Well, technically that's Back to the Future the game by Telltale.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, Robert Zemeckis has basically said, what? Back to the Future 4 over my dead body.
Yeah.
That's
really fun. All fun.
I'm okay with that though. I think the series and trilogy as it stands is pretty solid. The third one's the weakest of all 3, but even that one is still good. Like I
like the ending of it. It ended on a good note. It's like, hey, we could go back in time anytime, and now we lost the DeLorean, but now we got a time traveling train.
Exactly. But for Future Day, God, there was just so much stuff. Like, so many companies were celebrating Future Day, and I thought it was just the coolest thing that a movie from like 1989 is still so freaking popular.
And where are the hoverboards? I want my hover wheelchair. I want my hover wheelchair.
I have a hoverboard. It just doesn't hover.
No, I mean, really, if I had a wheelchair that could hover, I could literally go down to any con and visit with all you guys and girls out there on my leeches.
That would be really cool. Yeah, I mean, they are trying to work on certain things that do it, but it's just the technology that was speculated in the movie is just impossible. But there have been other forms, and obviously Lexus had theirs, and then there's the one that got kickstarted. And
yeah, it'll be a while, but until then, I gotta stick to old wheels.
But yeah, so like Pepsi released the Pepsi Perfect.
And this is not sponsored by Pepsi.
No, not sponsored. Then Nike on Future Day gave the first pair of self-lacing shoes to Michael J. Fox. So those now exist technically, which is just amazing.
That is awesome to know.
I am so excited for those to go public. I don't know if I read this correctly, but apparently they're supposed to release early next year. But I don't know if it's going to be to the public or if it's just going to be auction like the previous pair of Nike mags.
That'd be interesting to see what they decide to do with it.
Yeah, I do know that they said that the profits of the shoes would be going to the Michael J. Fox Foundation, which is why I'm not sure if it's going to be auction or if it's going to be...
Yeah, that's not saying that specifically. It's going to take a little bit of time to figure out. I'm sure it's going to be posted on the internet somewhere at some point.
Oh, yeah.
It's the internet. Everything travels fast. Faster than light, pretty much.
Faster than you can say Back to the Future.
That is a long word, so I'm pretty sure it'd be too easy.
True. But yeah, and then what else? But yeah, I went to the showing, and I've been such a huge fan for so long. I had a mock hoverboard. I bought the Back to the Future 2 jacket. I bought the hat, and so I went to the theater to see all 3 with my friend, and he dressed up as Doc.
Nice. Did he have to shave his head, or do you use a bald cap, or?
We got him a mad scientist white hair wig.
Oh, that is awesome.
And he had a remote control, so he was kind of Doc from the first movie, and I was Marty from the second one.
That is pretty cool. Do you have the jacket and everything?
I do. I have it all.
Awesome.
And I even got the shoes, or the replica shoes that they have that light up and everything. And we got there, we watched the first movie, and then we go out because they had like a intermission, and we go out, and go to the bathroom. And as soon as we come out of the bathroom, there like is a crowd of probably 20 people, and they're just like, "Can we get a picture with you guys?"
Are you serious? That is awesome.
The most adorable one was this little kid. He was probably like 5 years old, and he had a little Back to the Future shirt on that said, "I was there, October 21st, 2015." And he was just a huge fan of Doc. Like, he didn't really care for Marty. He didn't care for me being Marty. But my friend playing Doc, he just adored it. He was like, "Can I please get a picture with Doc?"
That is
He's like,
awesome.
He's like, well, my friend's like, well, we've got Marty here too. And he's just like, "Oh, okay. Hi, Doc."
How old was he or she?
He was probably like 5 years old, but he was just so adorable. He just came up and we got his picture. His mom was just like, "Can we get a picture?" And we got it. And then he's just like, "Thank you." And we're like, "No problem. You're welcome." And he just like kept saying thank you over and over again. It was
that is awesome. That was a good thing that your friend did.
Yeah,
it's awesome. No Marty, we want.
Exactly. It made his day because he was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go as Doc," and he kind of threw his, his get together, his outfit together like really last minute, and just to see this kid like get really excited about seeing Doc was just the coolest thing to him, and I was geeking out about it too. But yeah, we had a lot of pictures taken with people, and then we took a couple pictures just messing around, pretending like we were part of the movie and stuff. So. But it was such a fun day. It was a really, really good time.
Because I have, like I said, all three of the movies, and I want to know which one is your personal favorite.
2.
2.
2 is my favorite. Though, there is a huge, glaring plot hole in that movie. Do you want to know what it is?
Spoiler alert, just in case anyone has not seen the movie. Because for me, I didn't watch the movies until years after because I didn't really know about it. So people out there that are hearing about this now, this is a spoiler alert just for safety.
Yep.
I know people will get mad about it.
Yeah, spoiler alert for like the next minute or so. You could probably timestamp it.
Well, we've been talking about Back to the Future for a little bit, so I think we've already spoiled some stuff. Definitely. Well,
anyway, so. Okay,
it'll get people interested in it, but
yeah. If for people who know the movie, the part where Biff takes the DeLorean, he steals the DeLorean in 2015 in order to give himself the almanac. You remember that part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So after he gives the almanac to himself back in 1955, he then takes the DeLorean back to 2015 so that it's returned and Doc and Marty don't know what happened. However, we know that if you try to go forward in time after the timeline has been changed...
It's a parallel universe.
It's an alternate universe. Yeah. So Biff could not have brought the DeLorean back to them without them knowing.
Yeah. It's like they did that, and now Biff's all rich and everything, but where's the second Biff?
Right.
There can't be... There can be 2 of them, but what do you do with the other? Did he take out the other one and decided, all right, I'm gonna be rich?
So it's a bit of a paradox using its own logic that he couldn't have been able to bring it back. But that being said, it is just a fiction story, and you gotta just kind of take everything with a grain of salt. And
there's one thing I just remembered. If that's how it works, then where was the second Marty?
In what part? What
time? When Marty is when Biff's all rich and everything's all like different. Their house is not their house anymore. Yeah. They talk about Marty and how Marty had Biff was paying for like Marty's college or something. Biff was paying stuff for Marty.
Yeah, and Marty's in Switzerland at a boarding school.
Okay,
because he comes in and yells at him, going, "You're supposed to be in Switzerland, you little punk! What'd you get kicked out of another boarding school?" Like that's his line. So
okay, it's been a while since I've seen the movies. I still remember a ton of them, but tiny details like that.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna slip past you. But
oh yeah,
you wanna know what my personal favorite movie is?
What?
Tremors.
Oh my God, I love you.
And did you know a new Tremors came out?
It's coming out?
No, it did come out.
Oh, it did come out.
It's on
already out?
Netflix.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get it. I
Yeah.
love Tremors.
And you want me to tell you one thing? That it won't be spoiled. It's just, they said at the very beginning,
Okay.
it starts in, I think, if I remember right, South Africa.
Okay.
So it's a completely different environment
Huh.
and such. And what they do is, at the very beginning, for people that didn't see the movie in a while or have not seen it, they give a quick recap on all the evolutions of everything. So you'll be reminded about everything, and you also get to realize it's completely different because they still have Bert. That
Yes,
is
Bert,
what.
the best character of the entire.
Yes, I love watching Bert the most out of them all. But yeah, pretty much at the beginning, he's like has his own show and everything, survival with Bert.
That's
But
great.
that's about as far as I'm gonna go, so that way I don't spoil anything later movie. That's all in the beginning.
Okay.
And pretty much the movie, in my opinion, it's really good. There's some parts I'm really sad about that they decided to do, but I'll let you figure that out for yourself.
Okay.
But all in all, if you're a Tremors fan, I'd say it's worth watching. And if you have not seen Tremors, it gives you pretty much a quick recap on what the other movies were about, so that way
Nice.
you can get an idea of what they did. Man,
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tremors.
movie's
I like.
not the best, but it is definitely
Oh,
worth
yeah.
watching if you like
It's-
Tremors. Yes.
It is, yeah. I mean, the whole series is kind of like just like a cult film, and it's kind of ridiculous, but I love that about it. And like, that being said, I like the first three. I thought 4 was kind of bad though.
Yeah,
I
number
wasn't a big
4
fan of
is
that.
my least, because I don't like prequels that are later. Pretty much like I enjoy prequels can be good if they're used in the right setting, but when you have a movie go out for over three things, it's
Right.
gonna be like, I can't wait to see what they do next. Oh, they went back. We don't get to see anything new. We have to see everything that we saw before the
Right.
first one. It's like,
Right, we have to see Bert's ancestor, which is just weird. Though I did like that even his ancestor was obsessed with guns.
oh yeah.
yeah.
And how they and by the way, again, spoiler alert. Just we're talking about Tremors movies, so if you want to watch any of the Tremors movies, we're probably gonna be talking about stuff in there that you may or may not want to know about. There's probably gonna be a lot of spoilers since we're talking about movies. We gotta kind of think about what we do when we do that. But yeah, pretty much that movie. There's like tiny tremors that starts out. They like jump from the walls and such, and then one big one grows. And
Right.
the ending, the cannon.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Yeah, it was. It's one of those films that's just it's ridiculous, but it's so ridiculous that you love it.
It is a good movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the others more.
Yeah.
But it's worth watching. But here's what I suggest: number 4, then the first 3.
Okay.
So, because it's in line. Because you don't know.
Right.
Because it doesn't spoil anything in the first one. It's pretty much, since it's a prequel, it's everything. It's before the first one. So you watch the first one, you learn about Bert, and
Right.
then you learn about the rest of the cast. Like what happened to the Tremors after that timeline. Well, you can watch it in order instead of having to force to watch something that you've already seen.
Yeah. Or you can just watch 1 through 3 and forget about it.
Yeah, because the fourth, it's Old West time. It's
Yeah.
not too interesting. I was disappointed with it compared
was
to the
frankly
other
kind of
ones,
bored.
but it's like another movie. What's it called? It's a horror movie, Insidious.
Oh, okay.
The third Insidious is like Tremors, a prequel.
It's not like Tremors. It's just like Tremors in the fact that it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I
like,
thought there were.
no, they're not tremorizing the movie. It's
That
gone
would've
from the
been hilarious.
paranormal to giant worms. Yes,
That would have been
that's
hilarious.
oh, the funniness
been
would
down
have
for that
been amazing.
But yeah, I mean, you could, and it's funny that we're talking about like this after we were just talking about Back to the Future, because Back to the Future, the third movie, takes place in the Old West,
Yeah.
and like that one, I don't know, they pulled it off well enough. It's still probably the
Like,
weakest
they
of the
got to
three.
show a lot of the main characters and their past ancestors so they could learn how they became the way they are now. It's so
Yeah.
like the way that pretty much Marty's ancestor was, and how I love the part where they see Marty sees the baby. That's his grandfather, and he says, "Get used to those
And-
bars. You're gonna be
Oh
in
yeah.
there."
You're my grandfather Willie, and you just peed on me.
Yeah, it's amusing, the pure fact that he gets to see his previous family from many generations ago.
Yeah,
Depending
it
on
gives
when,
more character development, and that's I think
yeah,
why.
it shows how it explains things, and because of that, I enjoyed it. They made a prequel really good because it's not easy to pull off a prequel when
No, it's not.
it comes to movies. So, yeah, it really makes things different once it gets to that point. It's hard to explain. You can see the movies yourself if you so are interested from what we're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, people who are watching these and enjoy this series, what you guys do for Future Day? Did you do anything special? Are you big Back to the Future fans like me, or you
Yeah,
just
Back
kind
to
of
the
let it pass?
Future. It's a good movie. It's pretty much my top movies are the Back to the Future franchise and the Tremors franchise. If for comedy, I prefer Tremors 1, but for pure action, I prefer Tremors 2.
Okay.
Just because Bert in Tremors 2, he gets an entire truck from the Mexican army filled
That's great.
with explosives.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, I also like how they go graboid hunting. That's my favorite.
Sorry, I'm playing a game of Rocket League here, so
Yeah,
if I
I'm
just
like
randomly.
I'm doing Smite, so and he's not gonna be recording this on his end, so there's nothing to see over there. I'm sorry for people that he has his own series where it's relax and let's play or
Yeah,
relax and
it's
play.
basically just relax, let's whatever the game.
Relax,
is,
let's
so,
play, and
Yeah.
yeah, so pretty much you said it has to do with your soothing voice.
Yes.
Yeah. So, if you want to see more stuff like this, either check out my first video I did if you haven't already. It's started out with Minecraft. It wasn't as relaxed as I was thinking it was gonna be at some points, but it's a good, and I suggest checking out his channel if you want to see his version of relaxed with his soothing voice.
Sounds good.
But alright, anything else that you'd enjoy talking about since we're here right now?
I think that's about all I want to talk about at the moment.
There's one question I have for you.
Sure.
Do you have any idea how the live stream went at all? Did anyone tell you?
Oh, as
Anything?
far as how much we raised?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure people on your side would still want to know that because one person or two people asked.
I would love to know, but because I wanted people to feel like their donation was going to go exactly where it was supposed to, because I know a lot of people were kind of questioning, hey, how do we trust you and stuff like
Yeah,
that. since they're
I
small
even
YouTubers.
told some of my family about it, and they were saying, do you know if this person's trustworthy?
Right.
Yeah,
that's why I
I
decided
understand that. But
Yeah, that's why we decided to just go straight to the actual website, which gives me no indication of how much we actually raised. It's because we went straight through them to be as trustworthy as possible. I have no idea how much was raised. I would love to know. I did email them about it, but they never said anything back.
yeah, a
so-
lot of people like that will probably be quiet about it because they're smuggling it. But just to say, it was a good live stream. If you want to see some live stream, because one of my friends who was my intro maker for my videos, and my buddy right here, we're all on the same call together on that video. And yeah, I don't know if you'll like it. It's we're just talking, but he's playing the game. Pretty much, it's like this. Me and him are talking, except you see one screen. Same for there. Star Trek Enterprises, it has, like I said, excellent graphics. But you're only going to be seeing from their side, his side, but you'll be hearing me and my friend's voice. You hopefully can tell the difference between the two, between me and my friend, because
I don't know, man. You guys sound exactly the same to me.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun time. It was a good live stream, regardless of how much we raised. I hope it was a decent amount of money. I asked if people wanted to let us know how much they donated. If they donated, they were more than welcome to. Nobody ended up saying anything, but I know people had told me that they did donate, but they didn't say how much. So
Yeah,
that's all I really
I got one question to spring up on you.
Okay.
The question is, do you think you'll be showing up more on this channel? Because I know there'll be people in the comments that enjoyed your side, and they'll be asking, do more collabs with this person and that person. I'm pretty positive that they're going to want you back. So do you have any idea the next time you will be back? Just because people enjoy you. I enjoy you.
Well, I work 2 jobs outside of YouTube because I don't have the kind of subscriber base in order to make this my job yet. Maybe one day.
I'm asking this just to answer people's questions, because I know someone's gonna ask, when are you gonna do more videos with you? And I want you to be able to explain your side on the reason why or why not you aren't able to within a set amount of time, because I know people ask that. I want to tell them I got no idea, so I at least want to get an explanation for them.
Sure. No, I am more than happy to do more videos in the future. I have no problem with that. It's really just about making my work schedule work with it. So, I have a very hectic schedule when it comes to my work schedule, so it makes it difficult. But I know we've talked about it before, and we figured out that there is some time that we can work on some stuff together. So maybe we'll get to do some collabs or something in the future.
In the future, there'll definitely be more live streams, as far as I know. And
yeah, we're doing Extra Life, which is for Mercy Children's Hospital. We are doing that at the end of next month, November. So.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Any last things you want to say?
Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And we're glad to have you here. You're a good friend of mine that I'm happy that I met. And I'm happy that we got to talk about different subjects. We had fun talking about movies together. We got fun talking about a serious subject, and all in all, we both had a good, relaxing chat.
Right. And real quickly, for those who are wondering how we met, is from our mutual friend Reddick, who also has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And Reddick is an amazing guy you should check out too.
Yeah, I'll have his channel in the description. He's a good buddy of mine. He is my thumbnail maker.
Exactly. And he does his Let's Plays too, and he's very good at it.
So anyways, guys and girls, all my leeches out there, I hope you enjoyed this relaxing chat, and I hope that you'll be around for the next video I post. If it's not for a main series, then for another future relaxing chat. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. See ya!
Bye!
Bye-bye!